What an all-time bust for me here. Apologize. I gotta change the title of the video. Keep asking questions. Keep firing away. I'll get to them in a second here. I just gotta put out these fires, metaphorically speaking. All right. What do I call this? Now, what do I do now? Wow, what an absolute bust. 6 people watching me absolutely crash and burn on live. Also, my head's cut off. Let's fix that. It's better. My favorite player. I need to edit this friggin' title. My favorite player is Tyree Wilson. Just to answer your question, I was so happy. I guess you know what? We're gonna bring back Just Talk, baby. Just Talk, baby. Raider live. Las Vegas Raiders. Bear with me here, folks. Live stream. And then I need to change the thumbnail, but I don't know what to change it to. Yeah, Tyree Wilson was far and away my favorite just because I was excited that we drafted somebody who is a normal person. I don't know. Oops. I'm back. Is just someone who I wasn't like, huh? Who's that? You know? So yeah, that's probably my favorite. Okay, I gotta finish up the I gotta change a thumbnail on this before I go any further. Change. What do I change this to? I'll just do this. Oh, I can't. All right, well, people are going to click on this expecting to see Madden gameplay, whatever. I tried. For those of you watching, I tried. Here's what we can do. We can talk about the Raiders for a little bit. I didn't intend to do this, but here we are. Here we are. Maybe I'll bring the Just Talk baby back, and we'll do every Saturday. We'll do a little live stream and just talk about the Raiders. The Raiders drafted people. That's what they did. They drafted Tyree Wilson. I'm very excited for that. Michael Mayer is somebody who I'm also very excited about. Again, guys, just throw some stuff in the chat here, and I will answer it. Do I think Renfro or Jacobs trade after June 1st? You know what? I actually don't think that's going to happen. I know a lot of people are saying. Obviously, it's easy for people to say Renfro or Jacobs is going to be traded because he said he doesn't want to play under the tag and he's going to do a hold in blah 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 blah. Renfro, again, the whole Jacoby Myers thing is interesting because that's a person who could play his position. I also just realized I don't need these headphones in at all, so I could take him out. Jacoby Myers thing is very interesting for multiple reasons. And the Hunter, like, here's what I ultimately think is they're doing is they're gonna do 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets with Hooper, Howard, and Michael Mayer. They're gonna do the Wes Welker, Julian Edelman thing with Jacoby Myers and Hunter Renfrow, and then in a few years they'll get rid of one of them. I don't know which one that's gonna be, but they will get rid of one of them. Is this microphone sounding good? That's something that I'd like to know that's working because I've got it in a certain spot right here. I don't know if the gain is high enough because I don't have headphones on. And also, how does this look? I've been trying a new camera thing. Is it laggy? Does it look good? If you guys can just confirm on that, and I'll be free to answer any other questions you'd like for me to answer. Let me just check to see if we're still actually live because I changed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, still live. Okay. I feel like the linebacker room, Mike's good, perfect, is a little weak. Do you see us adding to the veteran like Simmons or Queen? Listen, the linebacker room is weak. I don't understand. Ever since we took Rolando McClain back in the day, um, we've been cursed at the linebacker position. The best linebacker we've had in the longest time was Denzel Perriman, and he was fine. I know he made the Pro Bowl, but a Pro Bowl's, a Pro Bowl's a Pro Bowl. I would love to pick one of those guys up. The problem with that is, and I see a lot of people get excited about Patrick Queen is available. Isaiah Simmons is available. Here's the thing about that. Rarely, if ever, and I don't know, is Isaiah Simmons like a free agent or is he like a trade guy? I don't know. You have to fill me in on that. I know Patrick Queen is available. Here's my problem with things like that. They more often than not, people are available because they're available for a reason, right? And what I'm trying to get at is most of the time, they're available because they weren't cutting the butter. You will have the rare instance of a team that wins the Super Bowl and then has to cut one of their great players, because they couldn't pay him and then nobody wanted to trade for him. And they said, oh, we're not going to trade for them because we could sign them. That's not this instance of Patrick Queen. He wasn't as good as the Ravens wanted him to be. Or maybe he was good, but not good enough to warrant keeping him after Lamar signed all his money. So I would like to pick him up because we need linebackers, and the more linebackers you have, the more chance you have of having a good one, right? It's a numbers game with the linebacker position. But I don't foresee us getting Simmons or getting Queen and them turning into some Pro Bowler out of nowhere, because these are two guys that Raiders fans wanted in the draft, more so Queen than Simmons, when they were coming out. But it doesn't mean that just because you wanted them when they were good in college that they can come to the Raiders and change their career. Wow, I really expected to be playing video games today, and if you're clicking on this to expect me to play video games, I'm so sorry. I should have tested that beforehand. I thought it was going to work. It's funny. No, I take that back. I did test it, and it did work. And now I come in here, and everything goes kaput. But that's show business, That's the breaks. Yeah, keep throwing your questions in here. I'll get to some Raiders stuff that I guess I'd like to talk about. And I guess I'll record this and upload it separately for people who didn't see it at the time. That's a pretty good idea. We might make this a regular staple here. We might go live on Saturdays at 3:45-ish, because the schedule right now is Wednesday is the Win City podcast, which if you guys haven't been watching that just because you're not Raiders fans, just give it a shot. We do talk about Raiders stuff on that show. But it's football, baby. We all love football, and the Raiders are a football team. So just give the Win City podcast a shot. It's me and my buddy Eric. We have a lot of fun on there. Watch the shorts, and you can see our shenanigans. Then there's clip outs. So that goes up on Wednesday. Then Thursday, nothing goes up. No, the shorts go up on Thursday. Then Friday, the clip outs. And then Saturday, we'll do live. And then Sunday, Monday off. Okay, that's not bad. So we'll do every Saturday at 3:45. We'll come in here and go live. It's not a bad idea. So yeah. It's said to say we're looking to add players after cuts happen. 100%. 100,000%. Until the Raiders make the playoffs consistently, and even then, they'll always be looking to upgrade when people are cut, because we never roll into a season with, an absolutely amazing roster. When's the last time we came into a season when we were like, every position is perfect? I know most teams don't feel that way, but it's been a while. I don't know if it's even happened in my lifetime where I was like, this team's going to destroy people. I guess the third Jack Del Rio year, right? But we all know how that turned out. Marshawn Lynch started dancing on the grave of the New York Jets, and that was the end of that. So, anyway, how we feeling? How we doing? Do you want to talk about the draft? I mean, the schedule just came out. Let's talk about the schedule. Let's talk about the Raiders' schedule. Again, on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll talk about the rest of the league, and we'll hit them on the Raiders a little bit then. But we got a Christmas Day game. You know what I could do? I could add this on to the stream here. Let's pull up the schedule. Raiders schedule. And let's go to images. Okay, I'm going to get the schedule. I'm going to put it next to my face. Ooh, this is like a good... Is this a real legit one? What is this? Is this a real one? We don't play the Panthers. No, that's from 20... That's from 2020. Okay. Why can't I find the Raiders schedule here? I know we play on Christmas Day. We play the Broncos week 1. But initial thoughts on the schedule, it's tough. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really hard. Okay, I found it. It's a tough schedule. But, you know, I feel like every year we walk in and say this is a tough schedule. Actually, last year I thought it was a pretty easy schedule. And I wasn't wrong. It was just, you know, a lot of one-score losses. A lot of one-score losses. Okay, so I'm going to have to move my face over here. And then I'm going to have to insert the schedule. This is so much better than using StreamYard because it's free. I like StreamYard, but I don't have the money to pay for it right now because I just graduated college. Congratulations to me. Okay. Image. Yes. So we're gonna break down the schedule here. I didn't intend on doing this, but here we go. Here's the schedule. So what do we got here? So we got week 1 at Denver. Is it at Denver? Or is it home? Yeah, it's at Denver because our first 3 or 4 are on the road. I'm not win-lossing. I mean, that's so stupid to do. No offense to the other, you know, YouTubers or Raider people who do that, but win-lossing is that's insane behavior to do. I understand it's a business and we need to get views and blah blah blah, but it's crazy to me. Week 1, that's a winnable game. Sean Pay, and we'll see how he does. But you know, I think that's a winnable game. Then you got week 2 at Buffalo. Here's the thing. This is very similar to last year. And by that I mean we need to win the games we should win early or it's going to be rough. Because we lost a lot of games early that we should have won, and it spiraled, and it was an avalanche, and all of a sudden we were 3-7 or 2-7. If we could beat the Broncos and the Steelers, and then you have the Bills and the Chargers, if we can get out of there 2-2, then the next 3 you could be favored in. Packers, Patriots, Bears. So 2-2. Again, this is not a final whatever. Then you can win 2 out of 3. So you're 4-3. Lions, you could be 5-3. Then Jets, Giants, you split those. Or Lions, you could be 4-4. You split the Jets and the Giants. 5-5. Dolphins, Chiefs. Those you could split those 6-6. Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs. That's a little tough. We'll say 1-2. So we're 7-8. Then Colts, Broncos. I'm missing a game there. What game did I not do? The other Chiefs game, maybe. Again, all that to say, it looks like it's a tough schedule. I mean, the stretch at the end there: Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs. Or the stretch where you go Jets, Dolphins, Chiefs, Vikings, Chargers, Chiefs. That's so difficult. And the elephant in the room about the Raiders' home games is that they don't really have home games. So A shout out to me from Germany. You know what? I really appreciate that. Ardo, what's good? Again, for people just popping in here, you have us winning 6 or 7. I don't disagree. I'll be honest with you. I do not disagree. We'll see. I mean, every year I've done the Raiders win-loss predictions. I had them making the playoffs. I feel like I don't have them making the playoffs right now. But that's just me. By the way, if you clicked on this video, assuming you'd see me be playing Madden, we tried in the beginning of the stream, and it crashed. So, anyway. Yeah. 6 or 7 wins. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But strange things have happened, I don't... The last year, we lost 9 games, 7 points or less. Everybody knows. This is tale as old as time with the Raiders. Did we get better as a team? Maybe. Did we get worse? Maybe. I don't know. It could be the same. It might be the same exact team. I think it's going to come down to 2 things this season. The health, the injury status of Jimmy Garoppolo, and the defense. Again, we say the same things every year. Will the quarterback be good enough, and will the defense be good enough when the quarterback isn't good? That remains to be seen. If we can keep Jimmy upright and healthy, excuse me, Raider 187. I sucked in Madden. You know what? You're right, I did. I was about to take offense to that, but I did suck. It was terrible. I was terrible. I've never been that bad. And maybe that is a sign that the team is just not up to stuff, right? That remains to be seen. It was tough to play with a rookie, but it was tough to play with Jimmy too. It was tough. So, I don't know. For the last 4 seasons, I've had us make the playoffs, and this year I thought we would win a playoff game. Ardo, I agree, man. This year was tough. This year was really tough. It remains to be seen how good we're going to be. Here's the thing about McDaniels and Ziegler. If for some reason, and this will never happen, McDaniels doesn't cut the butter or whatever, blah, 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 and they fire him, I wouldn't hate keeping Ziegler because I've kind of liked the personnel moves he's made, to be honest with you. The Chandler Jones thing didn't work out that well, but they're course correcting. They're not sticking their nose in the ground. That's not a thing people say. Sticking their feet in the ground and saying, we're going to wait and see. They're like, no, let's just draft the best edge rusher that's available. So I like admitting they were wrong, which the Gruden and Mayock team didn't like to do, and saying, let's go get an edge rusher because we kind of whiffed on Chandler Jones. I like that. So I wouldn't mind keeping Ziegler even if McDaniels goes. We can get much better. We're not in win now mode. Maybe next year. Yeah, you know what sucks about all that is people say, like, well, maybe next year we get the quarterback and blah, blah, blah. It's like, why did we even trade for Devontae then? I mean, did we really think we were a receiver away from winning a Super Bowl? It's frustrating because we went to Kansas City and played the Chiefs pretty well. And again, 9 of those 11 losses were 7 points or less. It's tough. It's tough. I have huge confidence in the regime and the building blocks. We are making the playoffs this year. Mark my words. Hey, man. Our German friend here is saying we're making the playoffs. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm assuming that you're German. Maybe you're just in Germany. But I'm assuming you're German. He says we're going to make the playoffs. Does anybody else agree? In the chat. I know there's people here. How many people are watching? A couple, yeah. Let me know right now. Just give me a Y or an N. Are we making the playoffs? Yes or no? And while you're here, drop a like, drop a comment, all that stuff. Subscribe if you're new. You're probably not new, though. But if you are, watch on the playback after. Subscribe. It's free. A yes or no, are we making the playoffs? I tell you right now, I'm saying no. And I'm a pretty optimistic guy. I'm realistic, though. I don't say we're going to do good just because I think we're going to do good. Or just because I'm a Raider fan. I'm saying no right now that we're not going to make the playoffs. Yeah, what's up, Dominique? Again, if you're just dropping in and you're expecting me to play Madden, I'm sorry. It didn't work. I tried. Go back to the beginning of the stream and watch it absolutely crash on me. Suck the soul right out of my life. But we pivoted it, and now we're talking about the schedule. I'm probably gonna do this every Saturday because I like doing it. 8-9 wins. We made depth tier 1. Oh, yeah, this guy is German. Good for you, man. Shout out to Germany. The draft was absolutely not a home run. Okay, here's the thing, Ardo. And if you watched the Win City podcast, you would know my take on saying stuff like that. Now, I know everybody has an opinion. Right? Opinions are like, I hate to say it, assholes. Everybody's got one. But like to say like this draft wasn't that good, blah, blah, like we just don't know. Okay. Nobody thought the Seahawks draft was going to be as good as they were last year, right? Nobody knew Max Crosby or Hunter Renfrow or Nate Hobbs were going to be as good as they were, drafted as late as they were. Nobody. Okay? Everybody thought Trayvon Merrick was an unbelievable steal in the second round. He hasn't been great. So listen, you can go based off of who you would have taken and who you think would have been the guy, and that's fine. My point is, I have no idea how this draft class is going to be. I think it's going to be okay. I think we could have some impact players. I look at Tyree Wilson, and I think that guy's a monster. That doesn't mean he's going to have 10 sacks. But I think it's a little early to make predictions on the season based off of how we think the draft class is going to go, because we just don't know. And listen, you can say about anything. You don't know how many games are going to win, blah, blah, blah. But draft classes in particular, I kind of don't really, unless you take like a quarterback, I don't really put that into my thought process when it comes to wins and losses. However, I do agree with you with everything that you said. So it remains to be seen. So we shall see. But the schedule's tough. The schedule is tough. I got to tell you, it feels nice to have my hands free. Okay? To not have to hold the mic up to my face every time. It feels pretty dang good. And if anybody else wants to talk about anything, we could talk. But I've been doing this for 30 minutes. I've been talking to you fools for 30 minutes. That's insane. I don't know how much longer we're going to go. I don't know how much longer these are going to be. But if you guys keep talking, I'll keep talking to you. And like I said before, Win City Podcast every Thursday. Guys, check it out. Do me a favor and just check it out. I know it's not all Raider stuff. Okay, but it's interesting. Aaron Rodgers got traded. Okay? The Texans traded up. I was wrong about my prediction that they were going to not take C.J. Stroud. Okay? I had some bad intel. It happens. But give it a chance. Okay? What else do we want to talk about? Oh, the new Madden series is coming, the playthrough. I'm just waiting to see. I was waiting for the schedule. And then I was waiting to see other free agents that people are going to cut and sign, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to start the series. And then 5 weeks in, people are going to say, why don't you have Patrick Queen on the team? He just signed yesterday. I'm like, well, I recorded it a month ago. So I'm still weighing out on other people. Oh, you dropped a video. Well, shout out to Ardo and go check out his video. How many starters did we draft? Tyree Wilson. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, not bad. Tyree Wilson even gonna start. I mean, he's gonna play a lot. I don't know, but let's just say who's gonna get a lot of snaps. I think Tyree Wilson will. I think Michael Mayer will. I think the safety from Georgia will. Not the wide receiver from Cincinnati or whatever. Not the D tackle. Not the Florida guy. I think 3 will get meaningful snaps pretty quickly. Most of our high upside players, we have to hope they actually develop. Even Tyree is raw in the film show. Yeah, again, I don't disagree with you, but the one that you can't really argue, I mean, maybe in the later rounds you could argue this, but who cares? The people that we drafted were not like, there was no Cleveland Furrows or Damon Arnett's where you're like, what are you doing? You know? I think that was a nice change of pace from people that we've gotten in the past that have not worked out, you know? So, you know, we'll see. I just realized I've been recording this the whole time. And it's just going to be up on YouTube already. Like, why am I recording if... I guess I'll just keep recording. Who cares at this point? I'm going to I'm going to have to take out the nonsense in the beginning. Whatever. This is me talking about it. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand. I do. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. But maybe, Aiden O'Connell lights up in the preseason. And he starts. And it's the next Dak Prescott. And he's coming in and lighting it up. Jimmy G gets hurt in the preseason, like Tony Romo did. And then Aiden O'Connell comes in, and we found our next Tom Brady. That would be something, wouldn't it? We got people here in the chat, man. They're hiding. And they want to ask questions, but they're afraid. They're afraid to ask questions, okay? So I'm going to go as long as you guys want me to here, but at a certain point, I'm probably going to shut it down and get some food. Watch a little Game 7, Sixers, Celts. Excited. Real excited for that. I kind of want the Sixers to win just because I'm a Jazz fan. Stay with me here. And Jaylen Brown does not look happy in Boston. Maybe Danny Ainge can call up his former team. I mentioned this in the Win City podcast. And the Jazz could end up with Jaylen Brown. That'd be nice. But I don't know why I'm talking about that. Anyway. Wow. This is almost as long as an episode of the Win City podcast, which is insane. I didn't expect to be talking this much. I expected to be playing. Laker gang, rise up. I was so happy, man, that they beat the Warriors. So happy. Now, I hope the Nuggets beat you guys. Just destroy the Lakers. But I was rooting for LeBron all day to beat Steph. Now I'm all Nuggets. I'm Nuggets Heat's final. Nuggets Heat final. That's what I want. Why are there so many Laker fans in this chat? It's because everyone's from California? Can we relax with the Laker flavor? I was rooting for you guys, but I don't love it. Anyway. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I expect it to go a lot longer. Any final remarks, I will talk to you guys. But for right now, this has been what? I don't even know what this... I put Just Talk, baby. That hasn't been a thing that I used in a while. I wanted to stream. It crashed. I can't wait to watch it back and see the moment that it just crashed and see the life leave my eyes. But I think I'm going to hop off here. Thank you guys so much for joining this impromptu live show. It's been fun. I'm happy that the mic worked. And I'm happy the camera worked as well. And I'll see you guys Wednesday, Win City Podcast. Give it a chance, Raider fans. Just give it a gander. Watch the shorts. If you don't like the shorts, then whatever. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If not, I'll see you next Saturday. Actually, no, you won't see me next Saturday because I'll be in Florida. But the Saturday after that, I'll come back and talk to you guys. Anyway, it's been fun. I got to change the thumbnail and the title.